Hello everybody, this is Mad G. We're live in New York City, and we got the nice sounds of the city. Walking along east side, and hope you guys are having a good day. My name is Mad G. And this is an IRL stream for today. I wanted to do karaoke last night like I would normally have done, but it doesn't seem like we're able to do that. That's come and gone. So we're making up for it for a stream right now. And it's very sunny. We had some rain a couple days ago. And a little bit about me. I guess you could call me an IRL, a variety streamer. I do IRL. I do the gym. I need to go back to the gym. I also do, so that's fitness. And I do karaoke, and I also one other thing I want to do is more IRL streams, more travel. I really wanted to travel a lot, but because of the work that I do as a soccer coach, I don't get to do much. So I'm looking forward to try and do more of that. So I think we're gonna do about an hour stream today for now, and it seems like I don't have a charger, and then so I'm just gonna go for a walk. Stop. I'm gonna climb these ladder steps. Let's see, can we? I'm gonna climb these steps up here. And one of the things I love about traveling is crossing these little bridges. Look at the traffic. We're right here in Manhattan. You can see. Lots of traffic here. I got some boats over there. See the boats there. Looks like a yacht, I think, and some boats on the East River side. Yeah, so I'm walking down this little bridge. It took me from main part of the street. Now I'm on the riverside here. Took me from main part of the street, and we're back in the front. Well, it's finally here, the warmer part of the year. I enjoy the summer the most. Let's see where this adventure takes us. Oh, the smell in that corner over back there of urine. Obviously, there's not enough toilets. Free public toilets. I think everywhere you go that you want to have tourists come to your city, you really need to have public toilets, clean public toilets. And it's very sad to hear how so many things are being ruined for people who want to travel and see different places where you get these rules and restrictions. Let's take a look at there. It's a big traffic right there. Big buildings, of course, in the city. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna see some of the river. So how about that? Let's catch a glimpse of the water. You see in the distance, it's the Queensboro Bridge. And we're looking at Brooklyn straight ahead, across the East River. To our right, you'll see the Williamsburg Bridge to the distance. The furthest right, you see the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm sorry, Williamsburg Bridge. You see a boat in the distance there. All that's in Brooklyn, straight ahead. And over there is Queens, after you cross that Queensboro Bridge. And of course you see on the sidelines all the buildings. Yeah, it's a sunny day, but it's hazy. It's a hazy sunny day. Can't see the sun too well. Very hazy sunny day, so maybe it's gonna get a little more hotter now. Alright. Move away from that generator so we can have a little less of that engine noise. But you see these generators all over the areas for people who need to have lights at night, and you have to get permits and all that stuff. But this is an interesting walkway that we have right here. In actuality, this is my first time walking after living here for over 30 plus years, 35 plus years. Take a look at the water there. So, walking along, little barge right there. This is the East River. Alright guys, so I'm gonna end stream real quick. Maybe I'll restart again. Looks like I didn't end, hey? So let's take a look at the traffic.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning, whatever it is. It was brought to my attention that you was recording over there by the building. Over there is not allowed. Over here,
it's not recording. It's live stream. I don't record nothing.
Same thing applies. I guess they don't like the whole videotaping thing.
I wasn't recording any of you guys. I was just recording myself.
Oh, okay. They told me that it was you was pointing it towards the buildings and the pathways and stuff like that.
Well, how am I going to get from there to here?
Say that again?
How am I going to get from there to here?
Yeah, if you're pointing it at yourself, it would be pointing at yourself.
Yes, I'm pointing myself.
Exactly. So what do you mean? How would you get from here?
You're saying you don't want me in that area, but how am I going to get from there to here?
That's not what I said.
Okay.
What I said is you shouldn't be recording.
I'm not recording anything.
You're videotaping, you're live streaming. It's the same
live streaming, but it's not, nothing's being recorded.
Pretty much the same thing. because the live stream it gets saved.
Look,
in
see,
a
it's
VOD.
looking at me.
Because it gets saved in a VOD.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't
and,
get saved
it
because
doesn't get saved in your
I have
VOD,
to
so
pay
where
for
you
that
live streaming
services.
it at?
Huh?
Where you live streaming it at?
It's on Kick.
On Kick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does get saved in a VOD. I stream on Kick and I know what Kick is. Kick is
Okay.
also the same thing as Twitch, basically.
Well,
and
I
it
don't
does-
save nothing on there anyway.
It saves by itself in a VOD, and it stores itself to the cloud.
No, I don't have. I'm using what? I'm using this app right now,
Yes, sir. All right, I'm well aware of that.
and
But
and
all
the
I'm
app
saying is-
and the app is where I could save it, but I don't save it.
Okay, that's totally fine. Other than that, I'm just saying that I'm telling you what they told me. You know, I wasn't there, so I'm telling you what I was told. They said you was pointing at, I guess, at the walkways and the building. I guess over here is totally fine. Over there is totally fine. I guess just not the building.
But where is the? I've crossed the public bridge over, and to get to
Halfway
there.
through the bridge is actually no longer public. It's our bridge.
So then they need to put a statement, big ass statement, saying no recording, nothing like that. Because how am I going to be aware of that?
Plazas and stuff like that.
On the bridge itself, before you step on that bridge, saying this is a private bridge. All that, whatever you want to tell, you guys should
When
say
you
it.
crossed up the bridge, did you go down the ramp?
I walked up the steps.
You walked up the steps.
Yes,
Steps.
from the other side. From the other side. I didn't go up the ramp. I walked up the steps.
Yeah. Okay. So if you walk past the steps, you probably walk past signs that say that.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
It wasn't visible. Like I said, it has to be
Yes,
big
sir.
enough for people to see. Because, like I said, I'm not recording. I'm video live stream myself.
Copy. Yeah. So like I said, everything up over here is totally fine. It's just the building, I guess, and maybe the walkways. Yeah.
All right.
Simple. If you want to find out the legal spots to where our jurisdiction ends.
This is the first time of my whole life since living here coming on this side of the side. So, to me, it would be public. So if you're telling me that bridge,
not public. This is actually our until once the ground changes, that is no longer ours. So
Okay.
this is ours too. That's what I'm saying. Pointing it over
look,
there.
I'm not putting in
totally fine.
nobody.
Yeah. I'm just telling you what I was doing. I was in my office. Telling you what I was doing. So you can point it that way. You can point it that way. I guess just please not the buildings or I guess any walkways or stuff like that. Other than that, everything else is okay.
all right. Well, I'm not here to make any issues of anything.
yeah.
I'm just walking by.
Yes, sir. No problem. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm just telling you what's
Let
attention right now. It's nothing
them
serious.
know.
It's not
Let them know that
serious.
I'm not recording or doing anything. I have no intentions to do anything like that. I'm just doing my live streaming and walking. That's
Yes,
all.
sir.
Right?
Alright,
Let them know
take
that.
it easy,
Thank you.
alright? Have
Good
a
day.
good one.
Yep. All right, so you guys get that? No live streaming in this area because they privatized a public space. So I hope you guys understand what's going on. There's some crazy stuff. So it's ridiculous. All right, so let you guys know that some spaces in New York City is privatized. Some public spaces are privatized, and they don't like people walking around. I see these people, joggers and everything else, running through the area spaces and not pestering them. But me, I'm coming through, live streaming, and they have issues. Anyway, what an experience that I had this morning. Oh no, no, no. sometimes things happen. All right, let's have a seat. Let's have a seat, and let's. It's ridiculous. I'll make a. Let's see what this is. Yeah, we'll watch a little bit of the river right here. Hear the sounds of the helicopter in the water. Unbelievable. Let's see what Hey, Pascal Music, good to see you. We're in East Riverside, Manhattan, and I seem like I just passed a place where they have some issues. I'm kind of, just not feeling that well right now. Got a lot of things going on, but I decided to take a little walk and live stream here. Right now you're seeing the East River. A lot of junk calls you get during the day. I'm just having a seat here. I'm just having a seat here right now. Good afternoon. It's sunny. Well, it's sunny and bright, but it's a hazy day, and that's the thing about live streaming. you walk to places that you think that are public, but yet I just passed by a place next to the water that apparently they send somebody to rent out to tell me that I cannot record anything around their spaces. And yeah, it's sad to think that you can actually privatize public spaces, because I was just walking by there and they said I was recording. They don't like that. They don't want that. So anyway, it's sunny, but it's hazy, so you can't see the sun, but you can definitely feel the sun. It's very, very sunny, and you can see with my tint and my prescription glasses, it is definitely very bright. Well, I'm gonna have a short stream, maybe another 20 more minutes. Oh yeah. Hey, let me know how I could put those type of things on. I'm not too savvy with those commands. Which app? How do I fix them? I'm standing underneath a light. See the light post. See.
Yeah, like what I was telling you was like, I think it's just, this is a great content. Me and you can have.
You know what? Message me all the commands you guys would like to see in the chat, and I'll try and fix it, and also let me know how to make it happen. Thanks so much. Yeah, I want to get my chat to be more interactive, and hopefully people may be interested in the things I'm doing. I just let's take a look at the rear. You see a boat passing by. In the background you see Brooklyn. Yeah. I get a nice views as long as I don't get in those privatized public spaces where you're not allowed to walk around and stream or record. It's really funny. You could hear the waves clashing up against the side right there. Yeah, I know the modding channels. I think it's there's Botrix and Streamlabs and Stream Elements and Nightbot. I think that are main ones that probably have activated somewhere. That's the Queensboro Bridge. Right now we're on the Manhattan side. So I'm gonna that bridge, and then you're gonna tax people to go on the bridge. What kind of nonsense is that? I don't get it. But hey, there's a lot of people that run along this area, and I was quite surprised to see the spaces there was gated. So I did question myself, and then I realized when that person came from their building that what I questioned myself was, why is this place gated like this? It has security all around it, and it really told me something, that something's not right. And then I got my answer literally like 10 minutes after I passed. Anyway, there are a lot of runners in this area, and I'm like in the middle, right on the curb, walking path. This little thing. And the crazy thing is, they use this sidewalk for bicycling, and then they use the road for people to walk. Doesn't make sense. So I'm like right in the middle. I'm walking underneath this highway. Let's call it FDR Drive. FDR Drive. Making noise for nothing. Making noise. He just did a U-turn. Making noise for nothing. And you know what? And the other thing is, there's a bus stop in that area. So how can you have if you have a public accessibility to a private space? It's not private, it's public. It's all public space. Everything on the river is public land, public space. So for them to come at me was illegal, telling me I couldn't stream or record video or anything around there. It's all public. If I could capture with a video, I have my rights. And trust me, they took my picture and video of me when I'm walking past there. So that's only tit for tat. I should be able to also record them as well. They don't have any rights to to record me if I can't have rights to be over there making my video? You understand what I'm saying? So people think that they could get away with so much. All these major corporations, people who have a lot of money, people with money, people think that because they have money, that they have privilege that other people don't. There's some really bad people out there. Another thing, a sign that says open to public 24 hours. So what is it? What are they trying to say? That this is private property? They open it to the public, but they're trying to still say it's privatized. If you open to the public, everyone can walk through. They build these major ramps on sidewalks to go into their business. Anyway, maybe another 15 minutes or more until my battery is up. Running the red light. What an example. The police tow truck. Alright, this is I think my second time walking through this park. Let's go this way. Let's see if there's an exit on this other side. Well, I guess not. Well, maybe there is. Let's see. I'm in a soccer field, or just open turf field. And I thought there was an exit there. Guess not. Some sort of kids summer camp sort of event. I'm walking in a park space right now. People are too sensitive being on camera, but that's why I keep it on me. Exiting the park.
What is it?
Yeah. The pollen in the air. I'm near the Queens Midtown Tunnel, literally steps from it. And as I was talking about in my opening of the stream, how I want to do more travel and see different places, and how that bridge that the bridge I walked over the highway, I miss doing that, because they have those in different countries as well as here in the United States, to cross over in major cities. I know in Tokyo, yeah, remember me that when I was in Portugal, same thing. I walked over one of those bridges, and it's a nice experience to go live through that, walk over the bridge, because it shows that a lot of the things as a society are the same in different countries. And so I guess I'm gonna have to figure out where people have issues walking by them doing live streams, and if I make something as a guide, so other live streams know where not to walk to, and certainly make their lives a little easier, unless, you know, there was no reason for them to come at me and tell me I can't record or do anything while I'm around those buildings, because how would they know if I was there if they weren't recording me? Did I give them permission to record me? No way. So it's a two-way street. Yeah, run the red light. Let's see how much my battery is at. Looked on the ground for a second, and I saw someone sleeping right there next to a tree. You know, space is so limited in a major city like this that see where I'm at. Then that I, like many others, come out of their cramped apartments or tiny spaces, and they go outside and they build these little gardens around the trees. I do the same. I've been planting sunflowers for the past 12 plus years, and other people plant other types of flowers and stuff, because we're tired of the cramped living space. So when we go outside, we like to see something nice. So one thing about New York City is there's always somewhere construction. You see somebody with those yellow life, not yellow life vests, the fluorescent yellow vest, or sometimes they're orange, or even white, yellow shirts. Just like this, in this construction area, where they can give a facelift to things, or refurbish, or even construct a brand new building. I've been around all that. Been around so many different buildings, and all these barricades. You see them everywhere. Yeah, so we're walking.
At least 3,000.
Let's see. Well, I guess we'll walk this way. See where my battery is at. All right, we're good. We're doing good. So we'll end stream when I get to the subway. That's one thing about these tall buildings. They take away a lot of the sun, which is good in the summertime. People that come right out of the Queens Midtown Tunnel, driving too fast, and then they go right to a red light or something. So they're trying to go somewhere fast, but then they run into the traffic light or traffic itself. Less people have been coming to Manhattan because of these crazy tolls. Heck, I stopped coming to Manhattan. The only time I come to Manhattan is once in a while for maybe hospital visit or something. But other than that, I don't choose to come here. With the way things are going, with what's happening in this world, we have to be more aware and self-conscious of these corporations that are doing the injustices. Like, for example, that Shake Shack. No longer will ever go there. I tried it a few times, and they're subpar. Definitely had a lot better, and I'm glad, because I don't want to support places that support the evils of this world. using the same shoes that I walked when I was in Portugal. And I got a lot of blisters because I did a lot of walking when I was over there. Well, I'm glad having a moment. Man, the smell of urine as you walk past certain buildings, you know, it's just because, like I said earlier, big major cities should have public restrooms, accessible and clean, and it shouldn't cost anything. And I know Japan doesn't have garbage cans for people to dispose their cans, but you know, if they're one of the top countries of use of waste production. So all these packaging, I remember when I was in Japan, they package an orange, they package all kinds of stuff, you know, all that is good, but if you don't have, well, like the word I was trying to think of was consume. Humans consume and we consume and we consume, and that's all we are. So you have to have a place to dispose of the waste, you know. So for trying to not have a places for that, you know, it's like, what, you gotta carry it with you and take it to, I don't know, maybe to another business, or your hotel, or your home if you're there and you're renting. So anyway, there's a lot of old buildings. Let's take a look at this building over here. All right, this is this definitely is one of the old classic style buildings. And it looks like a bus terminal, sort of. But it's been renovated and built to something for other industrial purposes. But you can see the tall windows. That's definitely an old design. Hello, the Silly Steve Show. Welcome in. We're doing a live stream in New York City. Right now in Midtown. Thanks for putting your emojis in the chat. I appreciate that. The Silly Steve Show. There goes a coach bus passing me. You know, you could stand on any given street and you could see the whole world, literally the whole world, just pass you by. Over here we have the Grand Central. Let's take a distance look from here, as you can see. And in this area, I'm glad they took off some signs, because there was evil. This place was dedicated to an evil, very evil person. I'm glad they took off those signs. We're here in Grand Central area. And of course, you can see on the top they have this figure of people. They're looking up. Maybe it has the wings, I guess. And then you have the clock right above there. And you have bars and restaurants right along here, all kinds of places. And we hear some music. I hope they don't get copyrighted from it, because I have no idea what this music is. All right, back on me. I am so glad to see that sign off. This should not ever represent evil, this place. So happy to see that. Anyway, this is Grand Central area. We'll walk over, I guess, if I have enough battery. Yeah, we'll walk over to Times Square. Not Times Square, to, what you call it? Alright, see, one last glance at these on the edge of the Grand Central Terminal building, where you could get trains to go north and also east to Long Island, because they made the connection, and of course to all the subway underneath. So this is the place to come to take the train somewhere. But then you also have other places like Penn Station. And that will go take you to New Jersey and further distance places. You can see lots of traffic. There's the ambulance. Hopefully it gets to where it needs to go. Sorry for the noise. Hopefully it gets to where it needs to go fast. And then this is what you see sometimes happen. Cars run behind the ambulance. They create these bus lanes. There comes the bus. Tall buildings, of course. Look at the tall buildings. Speed across. Looks like you got a tour bus here. It has some flowers all around it, wrapped. Looks like that bus has a little dent on the inside there. Everybody's having the roof seating. And that's how it looks on the crosstown street. You got bus lanes on both sides and heavy congestion. So if you're coming off of New Jersey from the Lincoln Tunnel, you come and you want to cross over crosstown, you're gonna take probably about 25 minutes, plus it'll take 10 more minutes just across town because of the traffic. Yeah, another place of no longer supporting. Huge truck. All right, now we're heading towards the center of Manhattan on 42nd. Lots of traffic. Looks like a library there. Bryant Park. Alright, so this is Bryant Park. And yes, I was right. It is a public library there too. You can't see the flag from a lot of now let's take a look at where we just walked from, and you can see the nice building over there, and then we arrived here. Alrighty. Another bus, tour bus. There they go. Yeah, I remember when you see that building right there with a slant. Look how it goes from top, and then when it gets lower, it starts pushing out in the bottom. It's a fancy design. Alright, so here we have Bryant Park. As you can see on the garbage can, Bryant Park. There's another bus that just passed me. I'm like, the things that here in New York we're not afraid to do, and that's to be on the street getting run over. People are not afraid. Let's take a quick peek of this area. We'll just scan it through it. Very heavily foot trafficked area. Looks like they had those little cafes, outdoor cafes, and places. Look at all these places to sit. Oh, there's a big grass area in the middle. And all around there's dining. All around. Very, very nice. You got a little garden here too on the bottom. These trees really are providing very nice shade. It's very, very, very nice. Escape from the city within the city. Yeah. So we'll exit on the side. Got a little view of Bryant Park just now. in the center of Midtown, lower Midtown, Manhattan. Yeah, I do love, if you guys know me, I'm always in chat, and one of the things that drew me into watching a lot of live streamers content creators, was that you're able to interact with the emotes, the emojis, you know, and it's fun, you know, and then you be part of different people's communities. Sometimes you can make friendships, so it's like a great thing to be a streamer. And that's what I like the most about it. So anytime I could go to a convention, I will do that. The pigeon. Alright, so we passed Bryant Park, and now we're 1 block away from Times Square. So let's go back to the rearview mirror. Alright. Looks like they dug up the sidewalk here. Oh no, they took out a lot of those things. I don't know what they did there. Oh yeah, these city bicycle things, they took them out. They really should not be on the sidewalks. Well, they just shouldn't be on the streets. I mean, those city bike things should not be on the streets, because they take up parking space, what little space we have for parking. So they're cleaning up, taking away some of the bicycle city bikes. Already the first big sign. You know we're in Times Square now. Times Square stretches from about 7th Avenue and Broadway and 42nd, maybe a little bit below 42nd, maybe around 38, 37, and that goes all the way up into about 50s. In the Times Square area, they got theaters and different things. Theaters and Broadway plays. Yeah, you Luna, we're in New York City. This is Times Square. And this is a brand new building they put up. I don't know what's about, but obviously they gotta have that big billboard on there. I remember it was just an empty space for people to walk, and now they built this building there. It's called One Times Square. So this is brand new. That's why you have this big barricade right here. You see barricades all over New York City. They're always painted green, and on top of the paint, people put their graffiti and other posts of ads and billboards onto the things. So right here is basically where Times Square starts, right here from this corner, and it's right amongst these tall buildings. I guess that must be one of the more famous buildings right there as well. I've never been there. I don't plan to go in there. Look at all this heavy traffic. And you know, people get driving rage and they speed on and cause accidents. It's amazing to have been a part of a lot of construction in New York City. So I know I've been in and out of it, all around it. Anyway, see, it says welcome right there. Yeah, I'm running. Use those emotes. So then after the Times Square, it gets down towards the bus terminal, Port Authority. But we're not going to walk down that direction. We're going to just walk. We're going to walk under this tunnel. I don't want to. I'll walk around it. So they're still going to have space here to walk to this area. They just built this building for I don't know what. Maybe just for advertising. So that's what I expect. Yeah. So I'm expecting this place, this new building that it made, probably just for advertising. Sole reason. Anyway, good evening to you guys, wherever you may be, or good morning. There we go. Yeah, so let's turn back and see the Times Square. Yeah. All right. So after this little new building, you can see the rest of Times Square. Right there you have the Hard Rock Cafe. We're walking towards it. The weather here is pretty hazy. So it's sunny but hazy. So you don't see the sun too much, a little bit of clouds, but it's starting to get hot, but not too hot. So, but I like the hot weather anyway. So here they have stationed the police in the Times Square, and you also have a recruiting station here. So you see they have all these advertisements starts. Weather is pretty good. Hazy. It's a very hazy day.
It's worse than most people.
Let's take a look. Now, these guys get called in to go and hurt peaceful protesters and people who are standing up for their rights. It's shameful. I don't know what this place is going to look like next year this time. But you see, they all got all kinds of shops here, all kinds of signs, billboards. They dropped the ball right here on that building, up there. They dropped the ball for New Year's. And you see they're putting up another sign. Looks like a classic style sign with a canvas. So they have this extension, this truck company putting up a sign. And the rest but nowadays you see them do the nothing but digital, but they're doing the canvas. So that's interesting. All right, Luna. Ghost. This is worse than Ghost. I know how to operate these things. They're putting up the sign right there. This truck. Look at all those things. So you got the Lion King right down there, right down the street. There's a bunch of places for the theater, the theaters. No event. Times Square isn't an event in itself. It's just people come here. They see the signs. Hey, do you see something there? What is that in the middle? A gorilla? Is that a gorilla? Times Square. Well, all right. So I think that'll do it for me for today's stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. I don't know when that'll be, but I'll try and get the next stream very soon. Thank you guys for coming in, and I'll see you guys. See you guys next time. Try and rate for me if you can. Thank you, Yi Luna. Thank you, Pascal Music. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.